Hey folks, how's it going? Today I am really fortunate to be reviewing another game that was sent to me. Sadly, I was unable to get a physical copy of the game, but the creator was kind enough to send me the digital files so I could get them printed locally. If you have a game you would like to send to me, please get in contact. I love just hearing what you guys have been up to. So today I want to say a big thank you to Jess Levine for sending me I Have the High Ground. This is such a cool little game, so let's just jump right into talking about it. I Have the High Ground doesn't have a fixed setting or backdrop. Rather, it's got a core premise. Two people who have a history meet and engage in a verbal sparring match before it descends into an actual sparring match. Now, this doesn't mean that your characters have to wield swords or guns or any sort of weapons. Maybe they are rival politicians heading to the polls. Maybe they are ex-lovers at a party, or whatever your imagination fancies. This is a game about words and posturing. This is a two-person GM-less game that mainly uses tokens as its mechanic. The three main tokens available to each player is Thrust, Feint, and Parry, named after, of course, the moves in sword fighting. At each stage of the game, the players choose which token they would like to play and then reveal it to one another simultaneously. It kind of functions like scissors, paper, rock. Thrust beats Feint, Feint beats Parry, and Parry beats Thrust. There is, however, a fourth move that the players can use each once per game. This is called a penalty move. This move is to describe some dramatic disengagement that one character is doing to the other character. This requires the player to roll a d6 to beat a certain number. If it does tend to shake up the progression of the game. This game takes place in 3 stages, but before you can even get to stage 1, you have to make some decisions with your other player. You have to create the story of the pre-duel confrontation. Who are these people to each other? What is the setting? Are there any interesting details that should be filled out? Is it a particularly high-stakes meeting? A very fun and important detail to this game is whether or not the characters in the game are wearing capes. And if they are, whose is the longest and the most fabulous? Whoever comes out on top on this stage gets to have first pick at either having priority in the round or choosing from a list of potential advantages. The advantages listed aren't designed to significantly sway the game. Mostly they're bragging rights, and each player gets to choose 2 for their character. 3 of my favorites of these is having a superior fashion sense, being your opponent's type, or just being taller. I mentioned briefly a priority token. This kind of acts like a tiebreaker in the game. If the 2 players choose the same move, the person with the priority token wins. This token gets passed back and forth between the players at each stage. The main other thing you will need to play this game is some d6. This can be used to help you decide what actions you're going to take if you don't resonate with the questions provided by the game to guide you. The 3 stages of this game are the chance encounter, the challenge, and the trap. The results of these stages depends on which player has got the winning move over the other. The game at each of these stages provides a written guide as to what each winning move means in each stage. Once a character has reached 9 points, the other character has become fed up with the verbal sparring match, and the weapons of choice are drawn. Something that I really like about this game is it isn't interested in covering the actual combat of these 2 characters. This is about the pre-fight word battle. For a game that is under 30 pages long, I Have the High Ground is surprisingly mechanically dense. There's a few mechanics that sort of move through the game simultaneously, and there's more than one way to resolve a decision. There's plenty for the players to think about and manage in this game. I really love that this is about the pre-fight conversation. Eventually someone is going to lose their temper and draw a weapon, whatever that weapon may be. I think this is a great little game to play in and of itself that only takes a couple of hours, but I think it could also be a really cool little system to drop into a larger campaign. Say you have a character that has a rival or a nemesis, this could be a really fun little system to drop in for their final confrontation to really give it some weight. I also want to give a shout out to the really cool simplicity of the art style in this game. Sadly, I wasn't able to get this game printed to the exact specifications that the physical print is going to run. Nonetheless, I really love the simple line work, and I love these two femmes who seem to just have awesome billowing capes. I do hope if you are interested in this game that you are able to get your hands on the little printed zine version. Australia that had the main shipping issues. So America and Europe should be all good. I really like that this game has a very specific vibe and concept, yet it has, to me, a lot of broad appeal. There's no fixed setting or time or space this game takes place, so you can adapt it to whatever you would like. Really, if you have ever enjoyed a good pre-fight confrontation, then I think this is a game worth checking out. The PDF of this game is $8 USD, whereas the print is $15. I certainly think it's a cool little game to add to any collection and could be a great tool to a lot of game masters out there. I want to say another big thank you to Jess for sending me a copy of this game. It's really been an exciting read, and I already have lots of ideas of the different games I want to play with it. So today I would like to ask you guys what your favorite pre-fight confrontation is. Is it from a movie? Is it a Star Wars scene? Let me know in the comments down below. Or if you like, you can talk more broadly about the theme of a verbal sparring match. Do you have any ideas that you think would really work for this amazing little setting? Or has this game review sparked any ideas that could work for this system? Do let me know in a comment down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like, subscribe, maybe share with a friend. It just lets me know that I'm doing something that you guys like. I hope you're all well, and I'll see you next time at the gaming table. Bye!